Now, notice that whatever we learned earlier in our previous lessons, we came to know that before we can have a line break, we can have another text coming down the other line. We should have a line break, which is the BR tag. You can see in this our tutorial, the line, this I am a heading, is breaking off another line without using any paragraph or any BR tag. And the reason why is that each element, which is the heading element, whether H1, H2, A3 to A6, any one of them is called a block level element, and it automatically breaks off any other part of the web document, whether text or image, anything at all, which is not inside the heading element but outside it. It runs it off and it trips it off. It brings it down to tell the page that indeed I am a heading, and I don't share my line with any other thing that is not supposed to be a heading. So that is the proper way every heading is formatted, and just as its name is implied, it is a heading. So if there be any other thing that is not a part of the heading, it is not supposed to be in the line of the heading. So HTML has been programmed such that even without having a paragraph or without having a BR, which is a line break, or without having any other formatting, each A1, A2 to A6 element, which are heading elements, are enough to say that we should have a line break. And this is exactly how it doesn't matter if it is in the line, it's still the same thing. Apart from these texts being inside of the H6 tags, it is not going to be displayed in the line of the heading, and it's not part of the heading. So heading are block level elements. And notice this here, that headings are also formatted with a bold text. They have been changed into bold, so they are automatically bold. So there are enough of evidence surrounding it to tell you that indeed they are heading, and they have been bolded, they have been captured in a bold text to tell everybody that sees that it is indeed a heading, and it's truly a heading. Now there are a bunch of other things in HTML that we would want to explore as well, and what I will be talking about now, I think probably I've talked about it, but I still want to repeat it for the purpose of this lesson. We also have what we refer to as code commenting. Code commenting is you want to comment out this code comment. We want to comment out so that anything that we are seeing on our text editor is not going to be displayed on our browser. We are going to keep it for ourselves, especially when you are writing a lengthy code and you need to keep some notes for yourself, so that it keeps on reminding you what exactly you are doing as at the point you were writing the code, or sometime back later you come to visit your site, you come and meet it, and it reminds you of what you were doing previously. And also you can keep off, you can use for hiding part of the web document that probably you don't want to delete entirely out of your page. You'll be coming back to use them, but at the current time you were developing, you didn't need it at that time. So code commenting in HTML is writing a syntax which is going to hide whatever we have written on our text editor. For example, we want to hide I am a heading. It's just a matter of using a less than sign, exclamation, 2 dashes, and you can see that the color has faded out and has become faint, telling you exactly what is going to happen. We are fading it out of our web page. We are just keeping it just as it is for ourselves, and you can see it has affected the rest of the part we do not want to hide. So we have to close off the syntax here by using another two dashes, then a greater than sign. As soon as I'm closing off the greater than sign, it is taking these ones out of the hidden lines. I can see that since I'm breaking off here and is taking only this line of text alone. So save it. Now we have it here. As soon as we reload it, it is gone. So code commenting is a way of keeping things secret to ourselves as developers and revealing nothing of that sort to our end user, keeping it to ourselves. So I want to do the same. I can highlight the whole of these ones, now comment them out. You can do the same thing in your project. So I want to write, since I have commented them out, none of them is going to be displayed. I'm keeping it for myself. Now what I'll be doing now is just exploring certain types of other tags that we have in HTML and what HTML potentially can be used to do. And you can also see of each one. You can see my first web page, which is going to be captured in an H1 tag, very bold one. Okay, let me take it off entirely so that I can have clear control over whatever I'm doing. So this is my first web page, and let's have a paragraph line of paragraph which says I am here now and will be writing this over and over and over. See that we have this line of paragraph. Okay, you can copy the same thing and then paste it down here as well. We are having two lines of paragraphs, and they are all as well inside the body section of our web page. And now, apart from paragraphs, we can also have ordinary lines which have also breaks. And what if we are doing mathematical explorations? We want to have some of the things in mathematics, and how do we display some of mathematical symbols? And then for example, when you want to write 10 to exponents and 10 to bases, how do we do that in HTML? HTML is also a powerful program that can be used for those symbolisms. For example, when you have 10 exponent x, 10 exponent x, Control S, I save. Now the x is not an exponent because we haven't told HTML that we want this to be an exponent, or we want to be a subscript, or either we want to be a superscript, or we want it to be anything. So HTML is basically having control over everything that you are doing, and everything that you need to achieve in HTML, you must definitely tell the browser by using tags whatever you want to achieve. Now I want to make this an exponent, so I wrap it around with my tags here, at the far end my closing tags. And what I want to write, I want to make this a superscript, which is SUP, from the word superscript, and I'll close it with SUP, also the word superscript. Then refresh your browser it is getting you that super sweet. So mathematics